Okay, well, we've got everybody here. Are you guys ready to start?
Yep.
Ready as ever.
All right, awesome. So,
Yep.
yeah, last time, so you were once you returned to the Iyanla, you were greeted by um, a team that was dispatched to arrest the Napro sympathizers in your crew, or specifically in the Solvetsky Island crew. And Drill Sergeant Horgus was like, "Hell the fuck no!" And so a little skirmish broke out. You managed to incapacitate all the UNSC security guards, and the people that you were going to protect were put in like essentially witness protection. Um, so after that, you were given your orders to scout ahead and go explore the Lich Gate now that you have the coordinates to it. And after boarding and thoroughly murking the alien Empress, you know that alien that the book says is unkillable. Um, the yeah. So you went there and once you got to the heart of the Lich Gate, you had a not so pleasant reunion with the sniper prince of war crimes, Simmons himself, who had since become one of the perfected. And after Martin proved that yes, he would shoot a guy with glasses, you guys killed all the perfected, and I mean all the cultists went screaming, running for their lives as they're getting chased by xenomorphs. And where we last left off, you Mac aboard um, the Avalanos patched into Horgus that a distress call that the Iyanla is under attack. So yeah, so that's the scene where you guys are in the Steinischer. I'm guessing is how it's pronounced. Um, and you're surrounded by corpses. Simmons is over there dead with a big smirk on his face, true to form. Sweetwater's teabagging this one dude. So what are you guys doing?
So I know we said we wanted to go back and save them, but I think we should just sit back and watch and see what happens. I think that would be more fun. I mean, no, I'm only kidding.
Yeah, I figure. Yeah, it's like there's no way you would like whoop ass on all those peacekeepers and then just like let's just watch our employers die.
Yeah,
uh,
because they're idiots. I still laugh. I still laugh at this whole. Let's go into another area that we have no clue what's happened to people, but
but you
we're
do
only going to
understand.
bring one warship.
Well,
We're only going to bring one warship.
well, here's the thing. That's why you were sent, ahead to scout it out.
Oh,
And
We've thoroughly
I
scouted
know.
out this thing.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just,
and
yeah.
technically you didn't radio back to them saying like, you know, whatever. But either way, I mean,
We wouldn't have radioed anything except we kicked their ass. There's nothing really here.
well, but that's my point is that if you successfully secured the objective, then they would like it. Well, let me put it this way: if you had said there are hostiles here, fall back, then they would have done so. But the fact that you know it
There's
was
Yeah,
nobody
it was.
here.
Yeah,
well, that's my
we were
point
meant
because there's nobody
to.
there. That's why they came.
Yeah, we were meant to get that gate thing, but then we've seen that the gate isn't working. So yeah, it's time to back up.
Yeah. So
Well, didn't Simmons before he died say this was a big hoax to
yeah,
catch them anyway? So,
yeah.
Yeah,
oh well, they
I
should
mean,
die.
obviously you didn't
Fucking
know that,
idiots.
and the Ianla didn't know that.
Yep.
Because I mean,
My
originally, as a reminder, the intent to secure this thing, well, both as like a big scientific discovery, but also that you were under the impression that the Perfected wanted to use this to just teleport to Earth.
Oh, I know.
And yeah,
It
well,
was a
just
good plan. It was a good plan on their fault. It's just, l- l-
they did not know who were they up against.
yeah, no.
Martin walks over to to Simmons' corpse and spits in his face and goes, "Stop laughing! Stop laughing!"
Yeah, you can almost hear his laughing in your head, but whether it's he's truly alive or it's just he's traumatized you, I don't know. Anyway,
Do
um,
we have a big
in his
sharp,
pocket.
something sharp on the front of our dropship that we could just stick his head on?
I mean, you do have the antenna on the front.
And we'll take his head and stick it on the antenna. That way that we know that the head, if the
We're
head
not
goes missing,
keeping
we know
Simmons
that he could come
alive.
back to life.
We're not putting the image of him alive.
So you're getting
Maybe
Simmons'
the
head as a
thing-
hood ornament. Okay.
And maybe
If-
if
Why
we
not?
were to cut off
anything-
his head, he'll regrow his body. Then we'll have two Simmons running around.
Well, but then he'd be impaled by the head on the antenna of the dropship, so
True.
It would be a headless body.
yeah.
Fun either way.
Anyway,
Yeah, his body will
um,
regrow his head by then. No, we're throwing this motherfucker into the sun.
so
We can do that as well.
anyway, so I assume you guys are falling back to your APC to get double time and
Oh,
get
yeah.
back to the okay. So in the name of trying to like punch at Bishop, Agnes, give me a piloting roll to essentially see if you can like have the time.
Gladly. I got some stress, but I
Like
think
basically like the just as a reminder, the fucking whatever they're called, like the long tunnels. There's a proper name for it, but I don't remember what it is. As a reminder, those things are by no means like just a straight line. Like there's a lot of like winding tunnels. It's like an ant hill, sort of.
Oh yeah.
So like basically,
Yep.
this is you like having sharp enough reflexes to swerve around these different tunnels and like not crash into anything while trying to, you know, go fast to get back to your ship. So
Gotta go fast.
yeah, Need for Speed. Uh,
well, well. I
That's a
hit
great
something
start.
on the way.
You've blown the transaxle. You're just grinding metal.
well, no, it's like Jurassic
love
Park, the whole
metal.
thing, like Nedry driving in the storm, he's looking at the like panic noise, he's like swerving the wheel, crashes against the wall. Um, so
So much for speed. He's
in
gonna
that
take
case,
a nap while leave.
yeah,
Let's
probably
do
a
it.
good idea. What I'm gonna say is, for everybody in the vehicle as he's like ramming into a wall, give me a
Oh,
mobility roll.
oh yeah, I didn't do a stress. The stress roll.
Oh yeah, do a panic roll, please. But yeah,
I,
everybody
I, I
else,
yeah, I keep on forgetting it's not automatic.
that's fine. So yeah, let's see what it gets. Oh,
Well, this is fun.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
um,
I'm gonna roll the manual dice because
yeah.
ain't mother.
Okay, so Horgus, you do roll
Mobility,
panic,
right?
but you are fine.
5 plus 3d6. 3ds, rather.
All right. Okay, Evelyn is fine. Do you want to push that, Evelyn?
Um,
Like you
yeah,
succeed
might
at
as
the
well.
roll. I'm just asking if you want to get a stunt, so like in
Okay.
case Martin botches it, then you can help him.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's
Yep.
for...
Oh, never mind. He already rolled and succeeded, so he's fine. And basically just
Cool.
for transparency, like what that roll was is that like it's basically to hold on because you would have taken damage if you had failed. So
Yep, with this driving, yep.
um so Horgus, I need a panic roll.
I just panic. I just close the stupid window.
Just the stress. Click on the main.
Hold on, how do you wait? Were you already panicked when you rolled that?
I think so. I'm already
Yeah.
panicked.
Okay, well here's what I'll do. I will so
From
you
the end of the
guys,
last game.
let's see. So yeah, the talent thing, hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna uncheck the panic uh just in case it's stacked. Roll that again, please. Because I think if it's stacked the panic that you had before, then it would make it worse. So Okay, let's see, what is that? Well, same thing. Actually, no, it should be.
Either way, we are stopping the stupid vehicle, and we're all just going to chill in the vehicle until our stress is gone. I don't care how long it takes.
You do
The
realize you.
stress game is so stupid that, or everybody just drop a nap and leave right now. Everybody drop a nap and leave. We'll reload them when we get back in the ship. We're not going to continue going and dealing with the stupid stress shit. So everybody drop a Napoleon and we move forward.
Just remember, Tom. So it's for every 10 minutes we heal a stress and a point of damage in a safe place. Because of banter, you heal 2
No.
stress in a 10-minute
Everybody's doing
span.
Napoleon. Napoleon. That gets rid
If
of
I
it all.
take it, I cannot because I took it last time.
You'll just get -1 agility.
got high.
And how long does that last?
A shift.
So
all right, then we'll wait here. We'll wait here for 10 minutes then. How many stress are you down?
So for every 10 minutes that you sit in a secure environment, you, in this case, because of Evelyn, you get 2 stress recovered instead of 1.
Okay.
Yep. And would we be able to do that while we're driving, or did
no? We're gonna stop.
Fucking stock car to the thing negate that?
So we'll have to sit there for 20 minutes.
I mean, or if you want, you could use a signature item to get down an extra point.
That is true. Actually have that specialty where
yeah, I get a D6.
I roll the D6 instead of just the 1.
Oh, hold on a sec. Wait. If you have that specialty or that talent, hold on, what is that? Hold your nerve.
Yeah, it's hold your nerve.
In that case, actually, Tom, you should roll that because that would probably reduce your panic. Not your stress, but the panic result you got. So roll D6. And also, Agnes, if you have it as well, do so because that would potentially.
Don't.
Oh. Okay. Well, you are not panicked.
I will do that.
Well, Emily, just so you know, that doesn't reduce your stress. That just reduces the panic result. So.
Oh. Never mind.
So,
I misread
but
it.
basically, that does mean that Tom, you are no longer that Horgus is no longer panicked. So there you go.
So how long are we staying here? 20 minutes? Or
20 minutes. Get rid of 4 stress.
Minutes. Okay.
Agnes is gonna offer his nap relief like, overdosing is just a myth. Don't mind that.
Well, I have a feeling we're going to be needing
No, thank you.
the nap relief for the next fight.
I'd rather not go into the final battle high off my ass.
Well, that's why.
If we're gonna do that, I just get drunk and suffer all the penalties.
Like Arthur.
Isn't there a better way?
Yeah.
Isn't there a better way to go out than high on our ass?
That's why I don't want to use my nap relief and use it for when we need it in the next fight. Then if we can't take more than 1.
Okay. So what I'll say is that in terms of the, because you are in the APC, what I'll say is that Agnes, if you are trying to technically the APC is a safe space so long as nothing attacks you. As long as if you're going to drive carefully and not crash into a wall again, I'll count that as it's still going to take you 20 minutes, but you can still be moving, not have to go okay, we're going to sit for 20 minutes and then now we have to drive for 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yep, I'll do the driving a bit more carefully and slowly.
So. All right.
Gotta watch those corners.
So, you do eventually make it back to your ship. I mean, I'll just kind of shortcut all the dropship pickup and landing shit. So you are back aboard the bridge of the Avalanos. All crew members are accounted for. So, presuming you're heading off toward the Ianla.
Yep.
Okay. So when you start, I mean, I guess flying over there, for lack of a better word. So you do see, it is definitely quite a scene because, for starters, so the one ship that Gorham allocated to help guard the Ianla has been is just in the process of being overwhelmed and destroyed by overwhelming enemy fire. And on your radar, there are a dozen ships, and some of them have already docked with the Ianla. The others are closing in. Now, however, though, because you called for backup, that actually does arrive. Because first, like you hear there's you wouldn't hear it, but there's like this like ships dropping out of light speed. And there's and Mother on your ship says establishing video uplink, Command and Conquer style. And
Nice.
you see your allies from May Outpost, Brigadier Waugh and Captain Snell. And Waugh says, she, salutes Horgust, and she says, "The people of the Great Keneng Cooperative stand with you, Horgust. You shall have our support in purging this plague from the cosmos." And Snell kind of steps forward and she points to you as let's show them how Marines get it done, shall we?
Ooh. What was our third? There was 3 areas that we had to recover from the big ship, didn't we?
What do you mean recover?
Not recover, but we could go to. Wasn't there 3 areas?
On the Ianla?
Yeah,
Yes, but you haven't actually docked with it yet.
right. But I'll let them know to go for the 3rd one. Since we're doing engineering and bridge.
Well, hold on. Because first of all, you have a bunch of ships, and basically the thing with the backup is that it's going to reduce the number of ships you have to fight.
Okay.
That's why I was encouraging you to, get your allies there in advance. So you've got several ships from the cooperative showing up, and then on top of that, more ships drop out, and another establishing video uplink, and you hear Gorham as bombastic as ever go, "The cavalry has arrived!" It says, "Fear not, Horgust, you're not in this alone." And
The perfected done fucked up.
yeah, and she says on an open hail, mainly just to get the enemy ships, "This is J.V. Gorham III to all infected ships. In the name of my father and his father before him, know this: if you want to fight, I'll give you a war. That's a Gorham guarantee. All ships prepare to engage." And just for a little bit of levity, yeah, you hear another open hail of panicked cultists say, "Gorham's what?" Shortly, probably before getting thoroughly murked. So now for the space battle. So that, I'll say, cuts down the amount of ships you have to fight from 12 to 4. And I'm just disclaimering that these ships are probably going to fucking burst like balloons when you shoot them. So they're Heliades class science vessels, albeit armed. So I'm going to activate the
Those
space
poor
combat
things.
map. Yeah. So okay. So you've got the Avalanos and Joker's Wild. Remind me who is crewing the latter. Actually, do you have it in notes? Let me take a look. Oh no, it's game notes. Nope. Ship crew. Now let's see. So Joker.
Okay. So Joker would be. They have their own group now.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
just.
Luger, and then we hired a pilot and a comtech. I don't have their names.
Well, I'm just looking at the ship crew. In terms of Joker's Wild, the captain is Mac, Comtech is Glenn, Mike is the pilot. Well, Igor was missiles, but he's dead. And Sayad was light railguns, she's dead, and Vinny is still alive. So, who are you going to put on the weapons? Because as a reminder, Zavadska and Sweetwater are still alive from Bravo Squad. You could put them on the guns.
That's fine. You can put them on there.
Okay, hold on. I just need to update the list so I know. So Igor, so let's see. So missiles will say is Sweetwater, and light railgun is Wadska. Save that. Okay, so let me just put Mac on the thing. So he's up. Oh well, he was already up there. So oh well. So Horgus is down here, and because it's just for initiative, I'm just for humor. I'm just keeping the old Drill Sergeant Horgus token. Okay, so Horgus, as a reminder, do you have that one specialty for ship captains that lets you roll initiative twice? Because that is a separate thing from fast reflexes.
I don't think so. I don't think I
Okay.
have that one.
Oh,
What
okay.
is that called?
Spaceship commander. In the role of a captain of a spaceship during space combat, you can draw 2 initiative cards instead of 1. Choose the one you want to use. So it's basically fast reflexes, but specifically for ships.
No.
Okay. So in that case, um, you got this enemy fleet bearing down on you, and yeah, oh god, these ships are not going to last. Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's see. I got you in the initiative, so I'll get these guys in initiative and draw all. Okay, Gunny, you can switch with Mac if you want the Avalonis to go first.
Uh, what do they have for weapons?
Um, According to scanners, because I'll say that, Evelyn, you could probably be manning the sensors like while this is going
Yep.
on, while your allies are. So for weapons, they have short lance ASAT missiles and light rail guns, and they do have countermeasures in the form of sensor drones.
So they don't have long range weapons then, right?
Well, they do. The longest range weapon they have is the short lance ASAT, which has a range of long, but you have, let's see, particle beam, like the 800 MeV particle beams are extreme range and long lance are extreme range. So you do have 2 weapons that outrange their ships. And as for the Joker's Wild, it has basically the same exact loadout as their ships. Um, it has short lance missiles, so it could fire them, though they could fire it.
So what do you guys think? Do we want to just sit here and fire long range, then go next turn first? Switch next turn, then we move in and kill them. Because I don't want to move up. I want to stay here for this turn. Because I don't want to move up and then they move into close range.
Now, just
We
keep
can
in
do that.
mind that
Yeah, we can.
if they move into close range, then they're also in range of your weapons.
But we don't shoot until it's our turn, right?
Yes. But keep
Right.
in
So
mind
I
that
don't
they're
want
not
to.
going to have enough range to get you, like uh, in terms of this turn. Like from where you're starting right now, like if you were to go first, like before the enemy ships move, you could fire at them from where you are right now.
Right.
But the
Right. I
problem
was
is
going to
that
go first.
okay,
So, but I'm not going to move. I don't want
okay,
to move
okay. So I'll
because
switch you and Mac.
we can hit them with our particle gun and our missiles,
Yep.
Correct.
and
Okay.
then let them move in, and then we move up next turn and move into gun range.
Okay. And then as for Mac, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, so you were first. So let me pull up the space combat handout right quick. And it should be visible to players. If not, let me know. It's under player guide. If you go down to space combat, it'll have the different things about like space combat roles, etc. Range categories, etc. So okay. Um. So all right. Well, did I start the tracker? All right. Combat starts. So the first person to go, like I said, my house rule is that just so the commander can actually, like the captain can actually like do something. Horgus, I will let you do a command roll to buff um, any one person's roll. And as a reminder, unless you want to get pissed off, don't use the alien dice. Use the manual dice.
Right. I am going to So if the particle beam, by the time we get out there, its damage is really weak, right?
Actually, yeah, it is a good point. Particle beams, the damage is reduced one step per category beyond context. So like where it is right now, so it does 5 damage right now, but per zone. So let's see, contact, then
Yeah, and
short.
and they inflict no direct damage, just to see if it gets through the armor and whatnot.
Yeah,
No, yeah, maybe I'm just reading. Does it go automatically through armor?
that
Yeah,
well, it goes past countermeasures. I don't remember if it goes past armor.
yeah, I'm just reading it up. But yeah, it basically automatically does the minor criticals. It does
Yeah,
no direct home damage, but it does direct minor
and it could
criticals.
potentially do a major crit, like major component damage, as in possibly destroying the reactor.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
let's use my command on the beam weapon and get some crits on them.
All right. Just as
Command.
a reminder though, for transparency, that at the distance you are at right now, you would only be doing a base of 1 damage. But potentially extra successes can
Plus
be extra damage.
successes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
plus successes.
that's what
I'm
I'm
just
looking.
saying the
Yeah,
base
that's what I'm
damage is
looking
1.
for.
So
Yep. Alrighty, so roll 10d6.
okay, let's see. That is. Do you want to push that?
Yeah,
All right. So 9d6
9d6.
plus 1ds.
Oh shit.
Well, you did get an extra success. Actually, wait. With your influence talent, can't you push that again if you want
Yeah.
to? Okay.
Yep.
So um. So if you want to, that is 8d6 plus 1 or plus 2ds. Oh,
Oh.
okay. So that is +4 to whoever uses the particle beam on top of the +2 that it innately has. Okay. So you guys keep a note of that. So that is Drill Sergeant Horgus' roll. Um, next, I believe, is the sensor operator. AKA Evelyn. So, as a reminder, the way I handle this in terms of like, oh, you have to like actually get a target lock to fire. In this case, I use Comtech to like choose any one like person that you're going to buff, and then do a Comtech roll to give them like a better shot.
Nice.
So,
Okay. Um, who is in our gunner seats again?
let me double check that. Let's see, pull up the ship crew. Okay, so particle beam is Martin, according to the ship crew thing.
If you want to put it on the
Okay.
missiles, because I buffed him, so what's buffed on missiles this time?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Um, just doing all my things. Um, will intense focus apply to this role?
Technically, yes, because a round in space combat is actually 10 minutes, not 10 seconds.
Nice.
Nice.
Like it's ironic that space combat, like space battles, like out like IRL, like like actually playing are longer than or shorter than like tactical like ground combat, but they're longer in universe. I find that kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's really ironic.
So,
Hmm.
all right, so
I
contact roll,
think that
please.
is the only. I think that's the only bonus I get on this roll.
Okay.
So very, very nice. 9 and 2 is 11.
All right, that is. Do you want to push that?
Um, sure. So that's 10d6 plus 1ds. Mark up the stress before I roll.
Okay, that's Another success, so +2 to the gunner of the missiles. Very nice. Okay, as
Yes.
for the pilot, Agnes, I believe, according to Drill Sergeant Horgus, you're just going to hold off this round.
Yeah, if there's no reason to move and anything, just
Yeah, I don't think that,
stay
hold
in
on.
put.
Yeah, because it's basically your only actions are like, um, well, you actually can trade initiatives with people, even if you're not moving. I mean, I don't know why you would want to. I don't know, but
Yeah, since
um,
we're first here,
yeah, you're first
technically
anyways.
not.
Yeah, let's see, and then like Doc, Ram. Yeah, so not really anything you can do in this round, unfortunately. Okay,
I'll
so
save my ramming for desperate measures.
And
yeah,
this game doesn't have defensive piloting to make it give your ship a better what do they call it in
like
this game?
defense.
Yeah. They don't have
Star
anything
Wars
like
has
that?
that, but not this.
Okay.
Um, so let's see. So, all right, gunner actions. So, in terms of the gunner seats, the only two that would be applicable will be the long lance missiles and the particle beams, which are manned by Arthur and Martin respectively. So, Marty, because you're here actively as a player, I'll let you shoot first with the particle beams. And remember, in addition to the +2 you get from the weapon itself, you do get a +4 from Drill Sergeant August.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, jeez, this is a long time ago.
The galaxy far, far away.
Okay, so right-click on that. No, that's edit or delete.
Well, here's what you want to do. So your ranged
Yeah.
combat total is 9.
Oh, do it that way. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
unless you want to fail. Um,
No.
so then there you go. So basically it's 9 plus 6, which is 15d6.
Okay.
Okay,
More dice. More dice. More dice.
let's see. So I saw at least 2. Do you want to push?
Yes.
All right, so that's
That is.
13d6 plus 1ds.
Yep.
All right, that's
We
another
have
2 successes. Very nice. So that's 4.
Yep.
And their countermeasures. Which one are you targeting?
the bottom one.
Okay, sure. So the
There you go.
bottom ship takes. Greg, did you say that armor does apply or no?
For the particle beam weapon, armor does apply.
Okay.
The other defensive things don't, but armor
All right. Well,
does.
I'll roll his armor and see what it gets. Jack shit. So, and the base. So let's see. That's 4 damage going through. So I believe that is major component damage because it's over half the whole HP.
Hmm. Well, that's interest. Well, I don't know how does it count since it says that technically it does no hull damage.
But
But
the
would we
threshold
count
for
it for
component
this?
damage.
The threshold is half and over. Yes.
All right, then I'll do it. Then I'll roll a major component.
Yeah, yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. I'm going to re-roll that because that particular one does not make sense. Just for transparency, it got a crew hit, which I don't really think makes sense for like an energy weapon.
We
Okay.
took out the pilot.
So all right, so that one makes a little more sense. So the target lock, so that failed. It doesn't do any like hull damage though. So okay, and now for the missiles, Evelyn, you gave Arthur a +2, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Gunny, which ship do you want him to fire on?
Same one.
Okay, just constant. All right. So, where is? Okay, so Long Lance gives a +1. He gets a +2, so it's 3. And then I need to find where's Arthur's stats. Um, so let's see. He gets 8, 11. Okay, so 11d6 slash R 11d6. Uh, he will push that. Okay, so he does land a hit on that push. So actually, did he? No, he didn't get that. But he does hit it. The countermeasures will be fired by the enemy ship on their turn. So I just need to mark up the damage. I believe was 4 for the missiles.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on.
Yes.
I'm gonna make a little. Okay, so that is settled for that, and then you don't have any other weapons in range, so I guess then let's see, then uh, engineer actions. I mean, again, the engineer can't really do anything in this scenario, so okay, that is Gunny's turn, or like your crew's turn. So next is if I can fucking close this damn thing, which one is it? This guy. So this ship. Captain, I mean, I'm not going to bother with captain actions for the enemies because they're fucking 4 and I don't want to have to keep track of all that. So, sensor operator will do a roll. What's his dice pool?
They don't have sensors, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh
it needs to
yes,
do
yeah,
contact
you're
twice
right.
to fix
Yeah,
it.
sorry about that. That was clever
So now
planning.
you only have 3 sensors.
Okay, so yeah, I'll make a note of that. Let's-
Well, you have 2, because the
yeah,
last one doesn't go till after Nick.
okay, so so no sensor operator actions. The pilot will do a piloting roll. His skills, okay. Oh man, that sucks to be him. Yep, he doesn't.
Oh,
He failed to. I mean, he can still move, but he's not able to like double time it. So um, he'll be moving. Oh, hold on, wait. I didn't roll the thrusters rating as well. I rolled another dice. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, still nothing. And the gunners can't actually fire because they are not in range, and the engineers can't do. So basically, it's just a wash. Okay, next ship is going to do a target lock. So what is this Comtech? 2 dice. Let's see. So I'll just roll that. Oh, he does get a success. So he does get a target lock on the Avalanos. I'll say for the missiles. Um, and there's that roll. There's that roll.
lucky.
Yeah, I mean with only 2 dice, Jesus. And on the alien dice of that. Okay, so that was the guy's turn. I'm gonna roll piloting. I'm just gonna use the alien dice just to avoid having to constantly type it in, even if it means a likely fail. So piloting. Okay, so he actually did get a success. So this ship is going to move 3 instead of 2 when at the end of the round, because basically all the ships move at the same time.
Hmm.
Gunner actions, he's out of range. Yeah, so just skip that. Next ship is going to basically just do the same shit. And just for clarity, hopefully it's not too boring, but the reason I put so many is because once you get into range with your railguns, you're going to rip these things apart.
No problem whatsoever.
Okay, so he got a success to piloting, oh hold on, that was piloting. I need to roll his contact. Yep, he got a success on that too. So let's see. So that guy is. So these 2 are gonna move, and then gunner can't do anything. Engineer can't do anything. Okay, Mac. What do you want him to do, August?
Lock onto the same one we are and
Like focus
fire.
fire on the 4th.
Yep.
Okay. Now keep in mind. Now, are you going to want him to move forward because he does not have the same range as you? He can do a target lock, but he can't fire this turn.
Oh, I thought he had extreme weight.
No, he
Oh,
has
they're
he has
long, right?
short lance, which are short lance are long range, long lance are extreme.
And how many is long?
Let me just go back to the top. So the range categories, so long is up to 4 zones away. So basically, like 1, 2, like so 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, the middle of the map is long range, and the very edge of the other side is extreme.
Okay. So he would move. He would have to move up to the middle then, right?
Yeah, he wouldn't. He likely would not be able to get there this turn, but um, he could at least accelerate and start moving.
Can he move to the second band, -2 band?
Um, yes, because with one move, I believe it's 2, but you can accelerate or decelerate as needed. Um, so just do keep in mind that with space combat movement, like when you start moving at a speed, you will always be moving at that speed. It's not like I'm going to run over here and stop. Like you are always going to be going 2 unless you specifically decelerate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a piloting role to change your speed or
Correct.
trajectory, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Move him to 2.
Okay, so he will. So the pilot. Do you want the pilot to try to increase the speed or just stay at 2?
Just stay at 2 because that'll put him in range
Okay.
next turn.
Um, yeah, because the enemy ships are going to be moving up, and then he'll be in range. Um, so let's see. The sensor operator. I'll have. Hold on. Who is the sensor operator on that ship? Glenn. So Glenn
Okay,
is
so if he can't shoot now, then he would have a different target because I figured I'd have that one killed by the time he could shoot. So he'll go for the top one.
okay. So Glenn will do a contact to see if he can boost. Okay, he got a success, so he will boost the. Do you want him to boost the missiles or the railgun?
Railgun.
Okay, so there's that. And then so the pilot, I guess we'll move, and then the engineer, like gunners and engineers can't do anything in this turn effectively, so there's that. And then last ship is going to um I guess for simplicity, do you want me to say that they all just basically take the same actions, like I roll for one and then just kind of, the rest
No, they
follow?
need to roll. They need to roll each one because if you get one success, all 3 get successes, and if
Okay,
you get a fail, they all. No, that's not. No, that's not.
okay. Well, I'm just asking purely in case it just feels like it's taking forever for 4 ships compared to your 2.
No, you're just clicking the button. So
Okay,
it'd be
so
one thing if you had to
Basically.
type it in.
okay, so let's see. So captain doesn't do anything. Sensor operator will do Comtech. Success. Pilot will try to speed up. Success. Why are these guys always getting exactly 1? That's weird. Like just for clarity, like these guys are just um
Lucky.
yeah. Um, but it's not going to save them against your weapons in your hull. So
It's not.
um, so let's see. So piloting, gunners can't do anything. Engineers. Okay, so we are at the start of the next round now. All the ships except the Avalanos move. So these guys are going to move. I think they all got. So they're all going to 3. So they go 1, 2, 3, and the Joker's Wild goes 1, 2. So these guys are at speed 3. The Joker's Wild is at speed 2. Um, so all right, Gunny, you're back in the saddle.
Alrighty.
Oh, hold on.
Uh,
I forgot to roll the countermeasures against the 4th ship
Yes.
for the missile. So, because the missile would hit on their turn. So hold on, I gotta see. Drones give a +1. Range combat. Let's see what he gets. He doesn't reduce any of the damage. So, and you said the missile was hitting this.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I will roll. Is that missile armor piercing? I don't believe it is, but just somebody double check that for me.
Yeah, I don't see any specifics about that.
All right. Well, then I'll just roll its armor. It soaks 1 damage. That is 3 getting through.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's another major component damage because that's half or more. So 1, 2, 3. Mark that up and then roll. Okay, engine failure.
Oh.
So you hit it in the engine. And it's in like a slight spin. As for okay, now as for your actual turn, okay, so you get. Do you want to do another command roll to buff somebody?
Yep. So he's sitting there, right?
He is still moving because an object in motion will stay in motion, yada yada yada. But he cannot do any pilot actions, and he's also down to half health.
So he'll move 3 next turn.
Yeah, he'll just keep moving 3. Like he cannot slow down. He can still like turn, but he can't do any like piloting actions to speed up or slow down.
All right, we'll move to this one.
To which one? To
And
the one that's wounded?
no. Because he has no sensors and he has no engines. So until he gets in close, he really can't do anything, right? Because he can't shoot missiles without a lock on, right?
Well, no, like I said, the sensor operator gives a boost to the missiles,
Okay.
so he can still fire at you. Like he could also fire at Mac, but either way, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So,
Do we want to take out that damage ship? Because when it said 0
Yeah, we'll
hull, it
just do that.
automatically
I just
dead in
thought
the
you
water.
couldn't shoot the missiles with sensors, so that's why it was like,
so,
okay. So we'll
um,
continue this
okay,
this
well,
bad boy.
all right, but first it's your turn. So, what do you want to do?
Yep. I'm gonna boost the particle gun again.
All right. So, command roll, and don't forget your stress. That's 2 successes. So
All
the
right.
gunner gets +2.
Yep. I'm not boosting it again.
Okay. Roll your panic, please. All right, you're fine. So let's see. So you move, or hold on. So Marty, you'll get a +2 for the particle beams. Sensor operator. All right, Evelyn, you're up. So do a target lock on whoever, or on which ship and for which weapon.
Yep. Okay, so that one is incapacitated. Which
Stick
one
on the
has also
bottom
been
one.
fired upon? Okay. I will target that. Then, which gun was boosted this time?
The particle
Do
beam.
missiles. Yeah, do missiles again.
Yep. Roger that, Captain. So that's 1d6 plus 1 ds.
All right. So another success.
Roll panic.
All right. Probably be
Probably
fine.
won't do nothing, but yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so so you got an extra success on this guy. So for the missiles, so let's see. So the particle beam would get +2, the missiles get +1. Um, Agnes. All right, now, so are you going to get the ship moving at speed 2, or are you going to try to accelerate to get there faster?
What's short
Listen,
range? The same band?
No, contact range is the same, short range is adjacent.
if you want, we can get here, no problem. I
Yeah,
think
let's
I
do
can
that.
this.
All right.
Okay.
That was the plan. We get in there and then unload with our turrets.
All right.
Yeah. Okay then.
So piloting
So
roll.
I'm adding the thruster bonus as well
very
to the
good.
piloting roll.
Yep.
Okay. Just let me check.
Actually, shit. Something I keep forgetting about is that is very important to your role. Well, in this case, not for them, but just for future reference, is that ship's signature actually gives a plus or minus to shoot a ship. In this case, these guys have signature 0, but if they were to shoot at the Joker's Wild has a signature -2.
Okay.
Ooh, nice to remember.
We're 0, big boy.
Correct. Yep. So in this case, the Avalanos and the Heliades class fleet, no bonus against each other, but the Joker's Wild does have an advantage.
Okay.
Oh my. Okay, so
Just 2. How many do I need to get to the
I
ice?
think actually just 2. If you're trying to hold on, so pilot actions. So if you roll 1 success, the approach is increased by 1. If you roll several, you may increase your approach velocity by 1 or 2 steps. So you can basically go from speed 2 to speed 4.
So
So
I can get to the 0 zone,
yeah, you can
or
get to the
do I can...
center of the map in
Okay, then
like by the
then
end
I'll
of the
keep
turn.
that.
Um,
Okay.
okay, cool. So as for the gunners, so Marty, you get a total of +4 for the particle beam for whichever target. I believe Gunny wanted you to attack this.
Okay, so the +4. Okay,
Plus
so that's
4.
13d6.
Yes.
Okay. And I have 1 stress, I think,
Yes, I believe so. If you pushed, I don't remember.
from last time. Yeah,
Yeah.
from last time.
Okay, that's 1, 2,
Ooh.
3. That's pretty good. Do you want to push or do you want to just stay with?
No, I'll stay with it.
All right. So okay. So the enemy ship, I believe, but you are doing more damage now because he's closer. So let's see. So the particle beam loses 1 damage beyond contact. So short. Hold on. Short range is um adjacent zone. Medium is 2. Long is 4. So let's see. So 1, 2.
Loses 4.
Yeah. So
Or
not quite as effective, but you still get um
it's a
3
3.
damage going through. So potentially if the armor um doesn't hold up, then you might be able to crit it again.
Okay.
Um, so good news and bad news. The bad news, you do not do major component damage because you got 1 success. The good news is you do a minor component damage. So let's see what you get. Um, oh, interesting. I mean,
Oh my god, we're
probably
gonna
not necessarily
suffocate.
relevant for this combat, but I mean, if these guys somehow survive long enough, they're gonna all the oxygen are gonna suffocate and die. But they're probably gonna be dead before that. Um, so um, all right, cool. So that was yours, and then Arthur will roll for the missiles. The missiles get +1.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so +1, and then he gets another +1 from Evelyn, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets 3. Okay, so 10 slash R 10 10d6. Okay, so he got a success, so he does land a hit on the enemy ship. Um, though we will address that, at the end of the round because that's when the missile hits. In the case of, just for clarity, in the case of the particle beam shot, I didn't like I just straight up rolled it because the countermeasures don't actually work on particle beams. Um,
Yep.
so whereas with missiles, the countermeasures might intercept. So and then the engineer, I mean, again, can't do anything, so that's a skip. Um, so let's see. So this guy is going to sensors are offline, so he can't do anything. Pilot is not going to do anything because he's already going speed 3. Gunner, so 1, 2, or so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he still can't hit you. So honestly, I think all these ships are probably just going to move because they can't fucking hit you from this range. Their pilots are already going into sufficient speed, so I will just shortcut that for convenience if you guys are fine with that.
Yep, they'll be cruising.
Yep. So they're going to be cruising, and then Mac. Well, they actually technically could fire on Mac, but I'm not going to backslide on what I just did. So Horgust, Mac could actually fire at any of these ships with the long lance missiles.
Well, then stick with the bottom one.
All right, just keep piling damage on the same guy. Okay.
Mhm.
So he is going to. Let's see. So the sensor operator is going to. Hold on, Glenn. I need to just drag the tokens out. Where is?
Because they only have one countermeasure, so one missile will get countermeasure, the other one won't, right?
Yeah, like you can only
Just pick
fire a
one.
countermeasure once per turn.
Yep.
Yep.
So let's see. So Glenn is going to do contact to boost, I guess, the missile because it's the only thing that can be hit. He got 2 successes, so the gunner gets a +2. And I gotta remember who the fuck is the gunner. Let me just pull that up. Ship crew gunner of the missiles is Sweetwater. So, right, or he's already here. So Sweetwater will do and the missiles. Let's see, do the short lance give any bonus? Yes. So he gets a total of +3 on top of his agility, so that's a total of 9. 9d6. 2 successes. So that guy will be actually, if you want, I might as well just roll the thing now if you guys think that would
Yeah,
speed
I
things
would.
along.
I would just. Yeah,
Just do
I would.
direct damage out of turn. Okay, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
roll the sensor drones. So that guy's +1. And I'll do that for your guys to roll in a sec. So +1 and okay, so 6 slash R 6. No, not 7. 6d6. So he blocks one of it. That is still let's see, 4 damage coming at it. So now I just need to roll the armor. And none. Oh, that's enough to disable the ship.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna
Hell
roll another
yeah.
major component, see what it is. Hopefully it's something funny. Yeah, the missile goes through the bridge and nails somebody.
Oof.
But if it's at 0 hull, it's automatically just dead in the water.
Yeah, it's dead in the water, and like all the major systems are offline. Like it could theoretically be like salvaged, but for all intents and
Oh, yeah.
purposes, it's dead. So
Well, our missiles are hitting it too.
yes, that is true. So hold on, your missile, how much damage did it do?
Didn't you get 2 successes on our missile too?
I believe so. So I need to roll his
So that'd
armor
be
again.
6 total.
All right. So it blocks 1 damage, but that's another 5. So let's roll another component. You took out one of the weapons. Not that it matters. You're just wailing on this fucking ship.
There won't be anything left to salvage.
Yeah, it has. Let's see. Sensor failure, engine failure, crew member got hit, and one of the weapons is offline. And then, of course, the ship is dead in the water. So
Already.
I'll just, essentially mark these guys as dead because they're no longer operational.
Sounds good.
And then, like I said, these guys are all moving up. So now the ships are going to move. So I'll move these guys. They're at speed 3. So I will, except for the one that's dead. So they will go 1, 2, 3. And then you guys, I believe, are moving too.
We were
No, we moved to
aiming
0.
for here. We were
Oh,
0.
okay, but that you're still in contact range, I believe, or short range rather. And then Mac
Yeah, sure.
moved 2, I think.
Correct.
So he's okay. So basically, you guys have passed each other, but now you can fire on them with rail guns, and I think this calls for a.
God, he's so dead.
Yeah, you're just going to absolutely mark these guys. So, okay, so Gunny, do you want to? I mean, with your stress in mind, do you want to do another command roll to buff somebody? I mean, as long as you don't push, you should be fine.
Yeah, I should be all right. Let's switch to the heavy rail. Well, no, let's stick with the particle beam.
Now, keep in mind the heavy railguns don't have a bonus, whereas the particle beams do, and especially now the
Okay,
particle beams
yeah,
are going to be
that's
doing max damage.
true because we're for close range. All right, so we'll do
Yeah, but
one of
they're
the
not doing
heavy
hull damage.
railgun.
Okay. Which gunner are you going to buff? Because you do have, let's see.
Who's our weakest gunner?
Hold on,
No,
so
who's our strongest gunner? No, weakest because I
okay,
don't
well, hold
know.
on. So Zavatska is not
I
on
don't give a
the heavy
shit.
railgun because she's on the other ship. Let's see. Who do you have to spare? I guess Summer for the time being will be the other railgun gunner. So Summer and Tobias are railguns.
All right, we'll do Tobias.
Well, hold on. Tobias is a total of 10. Summer is a total. Oh, she has panic for some reason. We'll get rid of that. Summer is a total of 6.
All right, Summer then.
Okay. Oh my.
Very nice.
Whoa.
So Summer gets a fucking +5. Oh shit. Okay, so
Morgus is just pissed off. Kill this. Kill the one in the middle. Split him in half.
all right. So okay. All right. Well, that's Horgus. So Evelyn, give me a comtech roll for for whichever gunner you want to fire.
Yep.
Because as a reminder, you now have 5 weapons to manage.
Let me.
Though technically, like Summer, I realized that she's not. Well, so the problem is Amelia's on the other ship, so Summer got ascended to the heavy railgun, so nobody's manning the medium one. But I mean, you've already
Well, we
got
have
4.
Charlie. We could pull Charlie in.
All right. Well, who from Charlie do you want to have on the medium railgun?
Uh,
I think.
Taylor.
Okay. So
Taylor or Gunari. I don't care which one.
Gurnani. Let's see. So Gurnani, she has 9. Taylor has 7. So Gurnani is probably better.
Okay.
All right. So Gurnani is on the medium rail. Okay. So let's see. So Evelyn, did you do a comtech roll?
I was checking what weapons we had.
I might
So I could
recommend
choose which one.
boosting the other heavy railgun because it does not have a bonus, whereas the other 2 weapons do.
Yep, I will boost that one then.
All right.
So that is once again 11. Plus 1 stress die.
Whoa.
4.
Oh
I'm
my.
satisfied with that.
Jesus. Okay. So
Oh boy.
all right. And then Agnes, are you going to do any piloting actions?
I actually really need to because we've gotten from -4 to 0, and if I don't do a piloting, we will go to +4 the next round. So I need to do a very good piloting
Oh, you're
to
going to
stop
slow down?
ourselves. Well, yeah, I guess we want to be near the guy so we can wreck him. Is that so?
Well, you're going to be able to wreck him this turn, but at the end of next round, they're going to move 3 and you're going to move 2. Or actually,
Yeah,
no,
and
hold
we're
on, wait.
gonna be in
You were
different
moving
direction.
4, so you're going to move even
Exactly.
faster.
Yeah, we're gonna be at +4, and they're gonna be somewhere around -3 or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
half our guns will be out of range, so yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna try and decelerate as much as possible.
Which is all the more reason why you want to fucking obliterate them now.
Okay, now hold on a
Yeah.
second. Their range is 4 blocks, right?
For their longest range weapon, yes.
So we want to move the +1.
Okay, then.
Because we'll have our extreme range. Mac will stop completely,
Okay,
but we'll
we'll
move the
dress
1.
Mac on his turn.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just however many successes, but I'll just stop at that +1.
Okay. So, all right, we'll roll your piloting. At the bare minimum with a decelerate, hold on, it's 1 success. So hold on, you piloting actions. So decelerate. Did you count for the thrusters?
Yes.
Okay. So if you roll one success, the approach velocity of your ship is just decreased by 1, so you've gone down from 4 to 3.
Oh, so then I need to get 2 more successes to get to where we
Well,
want to be.
the problem is if you roll, I think it caps at 2, from what I'm
Does it?
interpreting here.
Yeah, because I don't know those.
Because like when you started moving, you were at 2, and then you bumped that up to 4. So the most you could do is bring it down to 2 again.
Well,
Really?
still,
Yeah.
well, there's got to be a turnaround
This-
maneuver event later as well.
Yeah, this is just their space combat is so bad.
So
If
I
you
got
could
1
speed up
success
4,
here.
you could slow up 4.
Well, but the problem is you started at 2. So anyway,
No,
moving
we
on.
start at 4. We're moving 4. So we should.
I
If
think
we
Cody
get
means
to
that
4,
we started with inertia of 2, and the 2
Yes.
successes I had on top of that made it
Correct.
a move 4. So that's why.
whatever.
Okay, so you all right. Okay, so you do bring it down to 2.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
also move this dead guy out of the way just so it's less clutter. Okay, so that's Agnes, and then as for the railgun guys, well, actually everybody. So we'll start with Martin, because he's the only PC on the guns. So, which ship are you targeting? All right. So you get, hold on, Tom, you boosted the railgun this time, right?
No, I boosted the Charlie's heavy particle gun.
Charlie isn't manning a particle gun. Martin is.
Oh no,
I,
I'm the
I
heavy
think it was
gun.
Summer's
Okay,
railgun. I
that's
thought.
what I was asking.
Yeah, that's what I said. The heavy. Sorry, I just
Okay.
I'm making a sandwich, so the heavy gun.
Okay, so one of the 2 heavy railguns. Okay, so in this case, Martin, this time you are just operating with a +2 from the weapon itself. But the good news, you are going to do pretty much full damage this time, even if you get 1 success. And if you get more, then that's all the better. You want to keep that or? Oh yeah, definitely. That's good.
2 damage, right?
Well, 2 successes, the base damage does 5, and then it adds an extra damage, so you're doing 6 damage with the particle beam.
I rolled 2 6s, so 7.
Well, but the base of the particle beam, I believe, is 5,
Okay, plus 2
Yep.
6.
and then
7.
yeah, the extra success brings it up to 6. No, the base success is like the first 6 you get.
So the first success brings it up to 5, then the second success brings it up to 6.
Correct.
Okay, so that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
initial success is always
I
your
see
base
that
damage. So, okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna. So the sensors or the sensor drones don't count. I'm gonna roll his armor, see if he withstands, which he doesn't. So I'm gonna say that's 2 major component damages on this thing. Uh, oh man, this is gonna be fun. Just not for them. Armament, critical crew damage. I'll let you pick who the damaged crew member is.
What do you think, Captain? What's the best one?
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, what do you say, Marty? I mean, it was your role, so.
What are my choices? Sorry.
So, I would personally recommend nailing one of the gunners.
Yes. Yeah. Let's
So,
do that.
The question is, do you want to hit the light railgun turret or the missiles?
Missiles.
Okay. So that guy is Fubar, so or actually no, hold on. I rolled last time that like if you want we can keep that or I can roll it and potentially get something deadlier.
Now you're just confusing me. Sorry.
Okay. Well, like I said, I remember initially somebody got a crew hit. You got a crew hit, like a crew member hit with a particle beam, but then I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense for like a beam weapon. So do you want me to you just hand wave like keep that roll, or do you want me to re-roll it and potentially get something like, oh, I don't know, chain reaction?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So it'll probably be better than that anyway. So hold on, I'm going to delete that and then engine failure. So ship's dead in the water. Um, let's see. Okay, so that's one gun. Next I will say is Arthur, and he got a. I don't. Did anybody boost him?
Which weapon was he on?
He's on the missiles.
I don't think he was boosted now.
All right, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was just the railguns. Where the hell is Ar? Oh, he's in there. Okay, so Arthur. So okay, so he does score a hit, and I'm assuming Horgus, your general strategy is to just dogpile each ship one at a time. Oh,
Did you hear me now?
no. Well, I hear you
Yeah,
now, but I didn't
yeah,
hear
yeah.
what.
Sorry, I couldn't tell if I was muted or not. Yeah, pile until they're down.
Okay, so he gets so one success. The base damage on those missiles is 4, if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken. I always keep because there's so many weapons going around. Okay,
Yep.
so
That was four.
all right, so I'm gonna roll the countermeasures first because you can only block one attack in the round. Let's see, combat. All right, so he blocks 2 of the 4, and then let's see because he got 2 successes, and then I'm gonna roll the armor of the ship. Wow. Okay, it blocked that entire missile, but it's probably not going to hold against the
Cool.
railguns. Um, so speaking of which, let's have Tobias go first, and he gets a +5, or was that Summer?
Summer
Okay,
at
so
the
Summer.
+5.
All right, so Summer will. So she's got a total of 11. So slash R 11d6. She will push that because she didn't get a success. So okay. Well, that's better. She got 2 successes, and that's 6 damage. So hold on, I gotta roll her panic. She's probably gonna be fine. Yeah, no, she's fine. Okay, so and he can't roll countermeasures, so it's just armor piercing. Blocks 2 of it, but that's 4 going through. So that's another major component damage. Now let's see what he. Okay, now I gotta re-roll that because it's the same thing twice. So another crew member hit. So this time, I'll say, based on what Marty wanted to do before, that the missile guy is like eats a railgun around and dies, and then that leaves us with Gurnani, who is going to. She gets a +4, I believe.
No, I had like 7, didn't I?
Or hold, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. I forgot. Oh, I forgot to bias. Um,
Just
I had +5.
yeah,
yeah,
5.
and that was used for Summer. Summer just shot.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So Tobias, I believe he gets a +4, right, from Evelyn?
Yes.
Okay, so and he's rolling 14 d6. And yeah, I'm assuming he's still dogpiling the same target. So, um, All right, let's see. He got 2 successes, so that's another 6. This thing's so dead. Armor piercing, no successes, so. Oh wait, if he got 6,
If it's 0 hull.
no, he did all the damage to the hull in one shot. That thing explodes.
Oh.
Nice.
Like if you take all of your hull damage in one shot, you're straight up dead. So,
Yep.
and then he's like, "How do you like me now, bitch?" True to form, back in the olden days. Okay, so that guy's dead, and then Horgus, I'm assuming you're gonna want Gurnani to target this one
Right.
now that this guy's dead. Okay. Um, so let's see.
No, we'll hit the top one. The top one, please.
Okay. Um, so let's see. She does. So the medium railgun is 4 damage, no bonus. So she has 9 dice / art 96. Okay, so she hits it. I will roll the guy's countermeasures. This is the first time he's getting hit. Blocks 1, but that is still 3 left. So armor piercing.
Armor piercing, yep.
Oh, the armor doesn't block it, so that is 3 damage and therefore a major component damage. Oh!
Oh, shit.
Nice. That's what we call a space headshot.
Yeah, so another one's dead, and basically she hits the reactor and then like it explodes and like it basically tears the ship in half, just like the force of it like blasting the 2 halves of the ship away as the reactor explodes. So there's that.
Now do
Okay,
it,
so
Gurnani.
one ship left, and because the first 3 are dead, now we're going down to Mac. So yeah, and I would say especially because she has them in her art, like so Gurnani, like right before the railgun rounds hit, she just puts on her sunglasses and smirks.
There's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah. So all right, Mac is going to let's see, hold on, who is so Sweetwater is on the missiles, so he will fire at the last ship. Where the hell is he? He gets a +1, I believe. It's +1, so that's 8. So let's see, / R 8d6. All right, so he gets 2 successes, so that's a total of 4 damage. So he gets, so then let's see, the countermeasures. Okay, so so 1. Okay, so it blocks 1, but the missile still hits, so let's roll armor. The armor doesn't do anything. Okay, so that's another major component hit. And well, it's not as glamorous as the first one, but still, there's that. And now for the light railgun. That is being manned by Zavadska, so she's going to. Where is she? Her pool is a total of that, so. Okay, so she gets a hit, two hits with her low dice,
Whoa.
and that ship can't. It already uses countermeasures, so it's just straight up armor piercing. That is another major component. Well, the ship is disabled first, and then yeah, you just see all the people get like sucked out into space.
Oh damn.
So
Oh, Jesus.
that ship is yeah. You hear her laugh. You hear Zavadska laugh as she watches all these people get sucked out into space.
Probably sounds like
Glad
nails on
somebody's
a
doing
goddamn
fun.
chalkboard. Just, horrible laugh.
And yeah, well, yeah, it's just like completely wicked. Swear's like, why'd you do that? I can't leave a wrapper on him. So, okay, so yeah, space combat is over. You see that, like, if you look on scanners, that um, the enemy fleet, like, or the people that both the cooperative and Gorham's Marauders were dealing with, those ships have all been destroyed, and at least the command ships, presumably, of both Gorham's fleet as well as the cooperative, both of those ships have since docked with the station or the Ianla. So, what are you doing now?
Have we got any comms from the Avilanos?
You're the Avalanos.
No, I'm sorry. The fucking mothership.
Um,
The Iliania?
the Ianla, yeah. Not since the distress call that you got.
Already. What about our marine people? Are they going to head to the where the ship could be self-destructed?
Like you're talking about the Royal Marines, those guys
Hmm.
going to the drive module.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, if you relay that to them, then they will.
yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Tell them we got a group checking the bridge, and we have a group heading to engineering.
Okay. All right. So,
Um, and then uh, the daughter, where are they headed?
um, well, they're focused. I mean, they have no idea what the layout of this ship is, so they're mainly just boarding to try and see if they can help. Like Gorham
Um,
would pretty much, say that she's going in for the kill on the perfected. Like she's not, she doesn't know what's going on. She's just trying to kill as many of them as she can.
can we give them? Can we send them paths to get to where we want them to go?
Where do you want them to go?
So how many do they have? How many people?
Let me double check the thing, because I mean a lot of their crew is still on the ship, but there is the book does list how many there are. So let me see. Worlds. So let's see. I'm looking for it right now. Oh, what the hell is it? Sorry, just give me a sec.
All right.
It's somewhere in here, but this PDF is somewhat, or not PDF. Okay, here it is. So, Gorham's Marauders have 4 ships and 50 fighters.
All right. So if she could send 30 to engineering and 20 to the bridge with us, because I like to fight with her.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that, I mean, just to simplify the NPCs, there is no way there are going to be that many in one
Okay.
encounter.
Well, split them however you want, you
All
know?
right. Because keep in mind, they're not your troops, they're Gorham's.
Right.
So, but yeah, so, well, you do actually get, like while you're trying to coordinate, you actually do get, a call from Captain Snell. Like, I mean, you hear gunfire. What catches your attention is that a lot of the gunfire that you are hearing is foreign from what would be on the Ianla, as in you're hearing AK-47s. And pop
What does that
quiz,
mean?
who uses AK-47s?
I think we got some UUPP.
Ding, ding,
Freak
ding, ding,
out.
ding, ding. Tell them what she's won, Johnny. Um, so yeah, there are, Captain Snell, like you hear, Royal Marine gunfire, or like reports of space L-85s, but you do, Snell says that, we've encountered those aliens that you were talking about, but they're not the only threat on the ship.
Oh damn.
So the
Of course not. That'd be too easy.
idiots are one to fight too. Okay. So now we're fighting perfected, and we're fighting.
UPP.
Okay.
Because remember how there was I mean, I'll just in case people aren't like anybody hasn't connected. It's like, yeah, remember when you boarded that ship and there was a reference to the UP like the Iyanla complement of the SOF troops? Yeah, guess it wasn't a rumor after all.
Our secret stowaways aren't so secret anymore, it seems.
Yep.
Already.
We'll deal with them as well.
First your sudden but inevitable betrayal, because I knew this was coming.
So, yep. So yeah, so you guys can dock with the ship because there are like docking. Hold on, bring us over to the whatchamacallit, to the Iyanla map. So basically, what we're looking at here is the transit module is like a circular, um, or like there are different degrees for like docking ports, so multiple ships can be docked at the same time. So there is a spare parking slot, quote unquote, um, like parking
Where's
spot.
the bridge?
The bridge is in the command module. So if you dock at
Does
the transit module, you're very close to the bridge.
Is that the zone right below it?
No, this right here, this is where you're docking. This is where you want to go.
Oh, okay.
Like if you look at the diagram on the right where all this text is, it'll tell you which zones are which. Like engineering is all the fucking way down here, and the drive module is even further down.
Is there ports down there that we could
Dock with no.
with a dropship?
No, there aren't any like hangars or like all the docking and stuff is handled um at the transit module. And in
Okay.
terms of navigating the ship, there are basically like I'm imagining because you probably wouldn't have like people walking all the goddamn way down there. Like there'd probably be like transit cars, kind of like in Alien Isolation.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
probably also manual pathways just in case there's an issue with the transit cars. But like that's the main sort of thing.
Already.
So yeah, so you dock in the transit module, and I mean even through the airlock, like as you're going through the umbilical and you're making your way to the um, into the transit module, like even through the door you can hear just chaos, like just gunfire and everything. And I'll also point out, by the way, that just in advance, you are stress free in the sense that you have plenty of time to get over to the ship, and you're not being immediately shot at. So this is your one chance to reduce all your stress now.
All right.
Um,
Let's do that.
so,
I
but
was going
anyway,
to ask that.
so yeah, so basically you board and you see like so basically there's like this um like a hallway. I'll try to draw a little diagram on the ship. So so you're coming through this tunnel. There's this big open room. There are different like side tunnels like this, main thing down here, and then there's just various cover. So you actually do see UNSC security personnel, um, including Corporal McCurdy from before, trying to hold the line against a bunch of SOF guys. Like that, basically the UNSC guys have their backs to you, and the UPP are coming from this hallway, like they're coming out like here. So now, and I'm just saying this is just kind of narrative. Yeah, I'm not going to have like a bunch of little skirmishes unless you guys are like dead set on it. But what happens is from the side, you see some gunfire coming like this way at the UPP guys, and Captain Snell fucking does like a commando roll into the room, springs up with dual ES4s, and just starts going to town on the UPP alongside her Marines.
Alrighty.
So
Dead
there's
ones for
that.
both.
So between the, I mean, presumably you guys might help out, but like between that, the UNSC troopers and the Royal Marines, the UPP get absolutely cut down. And Snell basically like twirls her pistols for a second. It's like, hi.
Hello.
Way to kick ass.
Yeah. And she says, yeah, I couldn't agree more. Now I believe you lot are heading to the bridge, and we will secure the drive module.
Alrighty.
So,
Thank you.
so she like looks to her men, is like lads, move out, and just starts sprinting down the one of the corridors with the rest of the Marines to go secure the fucking drive module. And I'm assuming you would have briefed the larger team down here on like what the plan is to go to the engineering thing, so they're just ready to
Right.
go.
Yeah, they know what to do.
So Sweetheart's like, sir, yes, sir, and Sarge's like, Sweetheart, you're not in charge. Shut the hell up, fool. And um, you know, is basically going to lead all these guys off, down the main tunnel to engineering. So I'll just
Actually,
what?
jerk off was here. I tell him to stay here and hold the door by himself.
Sweetwater?
No, my
Johnny.
Johnny's dead.
Johnny. Oh, I thought he was still alive.
No, he got fucking shot in the head by the
No,
Joker.
Oh, okay,
he
cool.
got capped by the Joker.
Sorry, I
Hortus
forgot.
is already missing.
I missed fucking
Johnny.
with him.
I missed that poor son of a bitch. We may have
We're
been
gonna need to find another
we
Johnny.
may have been rivals, but god damn it if I didn't love stupid ass.
No, it's like Orgus is like if he was bleeding out, it's like, oh, I was always hard on you because I knew you could be better, but you weren't.
Instead, he died like a little bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. He chose poorly. Anyway, so the guys like the bigger team is holding down the thing. They're going down to the engineering. The UNSC peacekeepers, including Corbin McCarty, they're just kind of standing there looking at you, but um, they eventually, I mean, they're just looking at you in case you have any kind of response. And McCarty in particular was kind of shell shocked seeing you again, but gets over it given the situation at hand. And
I tell her to hold. Tell him to. Is it her or him? I can't
her,
remember.
her,
Her. I tell her to hold this. Hold the transfer station.
okay. So, um, yeah. So while you are, um, so you're doing that, or like they're going that, and then I assume you were heading to the bridge now.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So I just need to make a little change. So yeah, so you do, so McCurdy's forces are holding that down, and like, I mean, like I said, the ship is chaos, and you can essentially with your firepower just kind of blast your way through, both perfected and cultists as well as UPP soldiers. Um, and what I need to do, two things. First one, I need to do a roll to see if all the guys you sent down there get wolf packed. Oh, hold on, that's the wrong fucking thing. Oops. I meant to roll a D. Okay. For the most part, they do get wolf packed, but not completely. So let's see. Say the working Joes
No.
bite it because they're working Joes, and
The
then
precious Joes.
yeah, and then let's see. So there were um I'll say that all of these fuckers are KIA. You don't necessarily realize that now, but they are. Um, so basically, it's just Heather, Zavotska, Sweetwater, and Sarge. As you are, but they do make it to the engineering center, just for clarity. That's just they take extreme casualties from all the people trying to stop them from getting there. Now, as you are making your way up to the command module, another little cool moment is there is a trio. There's a single perfected and two cultists in the hallway blocking you. You hear a fucking battle cry from an adjacent corridor, and then out comes Gorham in her suit, bodies the fucking perfected against a bulkhead, breaks a light, and then puts her foot against it and blows its head off with her pistol while she has two minions who kill the cultists. And she looks at you, panic for a second, like, "Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to the fight.
It's
Way to
about
kick
time."
their ass.
Yeah. Well, and then on top of that, she sees the one perfected somehow like rising up, and she just stomps on its throat and crushes it and kills it. Um, so, um, she like flips her revolver around, is like, "Lead on."
You seem to be doing well.
Yeah, yeah, nothing like living up to my granddad's legacy and killing perfected to get the blood pumping.
You should be proud, I guess. Let's
So,
finish this.
yep. Okay, so what I will do is I will move us over to this map. I just got to make sure the fucking um, whatchamacallit, token vision is off, which it is. This is
So
just something
Cody, I got a stupid question.
what?
Is there is this ship had ability to mark where somebody was, right? Like Star Trek, where is this person located? Does
There
that
are
work like that?
PDTs in the crew members, but that is something you would have to like have access to. Like that's not something you could just scan for. You would have to specifically go to like the bridge and be able to ascertain where everybody is.
Okay.
So now, if you want to figure out where people are, the engineering deck does have CCTV cameras.
No, I
But
just
if
wanted to know where the that asshole leader is, because I want to go
what
stick a gun
asshole
up
later?
his throat. The
Oslinski?
IUP guy.
Okay. Um, I will point out. So first of all, like, with this map, what you see is that there are dead UNSC peacekeepers here they were not killed by. Well, it doesn't appear they were killed by aliens. It appears they were fucking pumped full of lead. Um, these doors to the bridge uh, I mean, they're not locked, but they are shut. And for reference, so this door over here to the right would lead to Governor Abantu's office, and this door over here to the left would basically be to the offices of people like Oslinski and Buston and Berezi, etc. So,
All right. Well, let's check the Do we want to check the governor, or do we just want to take the bridge?
Maybe we should check for the survivors first. I don't know.
All right. Let's check the governor's office first.
okay. Are you sending the whole shebang over, or are you going to have some people guard the hallway? What's the plan?
Uh, what are the zones like? What are the zones in this?
Each little corridor is short range. Like so, basically, this hallway I would just say for simplicity is short. This sector is short. This room is short, and so on.
Okay.
Like it's not. It's by no. I mean, the exception is probably the bridge. I would split that in half vertically and say it's medium range for the adjacent zones, but all these other rooms and hallways are one zone apiece.
All right. So I'll look at the daughter. I'm so bad with damn names. And say, hold here. We're gonna check to see if the governor's in his office.
All right.
We'll be right back. And then our group will go in
So
and she'll
she
hold
and her
him.
men take up positions here.
Yep.
All right. So basically, yeah, you make your way up here. You do notice that the door is locked. This particular door is locked, so I'm going to need a contact to open it.
I'll look at
Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Evelyn, run
Roger
a
that.
bypass. On the double! So, all right. Your
Alright,
diagnostic
so
device
I'll
would
get
help
the-
with this.
Yes. It is +2 contact.
All right.
Then intense focus would not apply here because
No.
it won't take that long.
No.
Then I think it's just the diagnostic device then.
Pretty much. Actually, do you have the bypass talent?
I do not, unfortunately.
Oh.
I don't believe that was one I could pick up because I think it's unless it's a general one.
I mean, you
but-
technically are a colonial marine, so yes, you could. Like it's in CMOM, it's specifically for like colonial marines, which that is technically your like quote unquote class.
Oh, okay.
So
It probably should have been one I picked up then, but
yeah. Oh, there's always next
So-
time.
Yep, so 9 to 11. 11d6. Yep, no stress.
Do you want to push, or do you have a story point, or both?
Yeah, I'll push. I'll save the story points for when the going really gets tough and
Yeah,
about
fair
to have
enough.
my head bit off by something.
Okay, so you do, get the door open. So the door opens up, and yeah. So what you see first, as I will reveal this, because then something unfortunate is about to happen. So you do see. Hold on. God damn it. From where you are, there are several UPP guys in the room. You do see a bunch of hostages. You do see Ozolinsky, and also Drubov is next to him. But you do see Governor Abantu is here, Gaius is here, the UA woman Berezi is here, and then there are just two like background characters that were also taken hostage. And basically, what you get in them like momentarily is, and I'll also show these lines here. So this guy is this guy and the colonel and obviously the general are facing the hostages, and Ozolinsky is in the middle of saying, "Governor, I won't ask you twice. Hand us over the authorization codes and nobody has to get hurt." And then he hears the door open and is looking over to you, and this guy was on Overwatch, so he's going to take a shot at you. So
Fun.
let's see. Okay, no bonus on that. All right, /R's. Okay, so he got one hit. So he fires his AK. So roll your armor, please.
Who is he shooting at exactly
You.
again? Okay.
He's shooting at you.
Yep, that's what I thought, but let's check. Is that armor piercing or
No, it's just
standard?
flat armor.
Cool. So that is 8d6 because I don't trust the sheet dice.
Ah, perfect. You block all of it.
Gotta do better than that, you asshole.
So, all right. And I'll also move you to the front because you would have to be to get the door open, and that's why he was shooting at you. So,
Yep.
So basically
good.
so the governor, or not the governor, the General Ozolinsky, he looks over to you. He has his pistol in hand, and he takes he points at the he points his pistol at Governor Abantu. Not like necessarily like ready to shoot him, but he does say, Colonel stand down, and nobody has to get hurt.
He's the asshole I've been wanting to know where he is, right? That's the guy.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
General Zelensky. Well, correction with you tend to make a lot of assholes, so I don't know if you're talking about Colonel Buston, like the Quaritch guy, or the UPP guy.
That's the UPP guy, right?
Yeah, that's the UPP guy.
Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, initiative, go into encounter.
Okay, all right. But do note that there are hostages here.
Either way, he's going to shoot him either way, so I'm not even.
Not necessarily.
Is this a role play situation? Should we?
Well, let me put
roleplay
it this way: it can go either way. If you want to lock and load NRA, you can, but that might not be the best option. But you do have the option to try to negotiate with him, especially given the circumstances.
I'm really trying to think what Hargis would do. Hargis would just shoot the old guy, but
Even if there are hostages there?
but I don't have nothing to negotiate with. That's what do I have on him? I don't have anything to negotiate with him, and unless I stand down, and that ain't an option.
Well, okay. Well, let me put this out there. You do realize this ship is being, overrun by the fucking perfected. That you do have a common enemy to rally against.
I thought they
Yeah.
were allied with them.
No. No.
Oh, so that's what I thought. That's why I was like, well, they're allied with the perfected.
No, they're not. The
Well, that's
perfected
what I
are allied
thought.
with the cult, not the UPP.
They're just seizing the opportunity, I think.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry. I thought they were allied. That's what confused me. I was like, all right, they want to die too. All right, so then I'll do my manipulation bullshit.
Okay. All right, make your argument.
You guys just don't understand the situation, do you? The perfected are here. They're taking over the ship, and you holding these guys isn't going to stop anything. The perfected are going to steamroll you guys. Unless you plan to put your gun down, and I'll let the governor deal with you, and I'll deal with the perfected. I have all our allies here, and we've been fighting them for the past hour while you're in here doing I don't know what, trying to do a power game. I don't get you. Have you
Okay.
not been paying attention?
So, before any rolls are made, I'll say this. So, what he says to you, like he goes on a bit of a motive rant. He says, it's not about a power play. It's about securing a future for my people. The people of the UPP are starving, trapped on overpopulated planets with no atmosphere or resources. Since Wayland Core strip mined the planets in the Outer Veil before we were informed, and so we inherited a bunch of shitty planets devoid of natural resources. Meanwhile, the UA, Three World Empire, and UNSC already have an abundance of resource-rich planets that either have breathable atmospheres or have been terraformed. So why should they get more of something that they already have that we don't? And I'll say this
Oh
much.
God, you crybaby.
Okay, no, before you go on complaining, Evelyn and Martin, as UPP nationals, you know that nothing this guy said is a lie or an exaggeration. So if Drill Sergeant Horgus is making that insulting remark, he's also insulting you.
Slowly, Martin's head turns.
Yeah, let's,
Tap,
don't,
tap, tap on
don't
Horgus.
rush to judge us all, man. That's actually happened. We're all friends
Well,
here. Just
everybody
don't want
has
a baby.
shitty things that have happened to you, but this isn't the situation to deal with it. This isn't the time.
It's not.
Okay, well, so let's see. So I'm going to we'll do an opposed manipulation. So let's see, in terms of factors modifying your roll, in terms of more people, let's see, 2, so hold on, and then, so he has more people on his side, so you don't get the more people on your side. What you ask for, when you're saying, if you're trying to convince him the greater threat, if that's your angle, not just belittling him, that
Yeah,
would
I'm like, if you not have realized with Horgus, he just thinks this whole political bullshit is bullshit. That the threat is the perfected and not who's got more resources and who's like. That's not Horgus. He doesn't care about that
well,
shit.
that's not Horgus, but that doesn't mean that applies for everybody else.
Right. But I'm just
So
saying that's
okay,
my.
okay. Well, there's that. Your opponent has not suffered damage. I'll give you the you have helped your opponent previously because Drubov actually will. I mean, he doesn't like walk over to you and draw a gun on his commander, but he does actually vouch for you because you did help him before.
Mhm.
And presenting your case very well. I mean, I'll give you that. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. In terms of following factors modifying it by -1, your opponent has more people on their side.
Do they?
Um, let's
Because
see,
don't you
one.
consider the
What?
don't you consider the four that are over there part of my side
What for?
or the five?
Are you talking about these
The
people?
governor, and they're on my side, even though they're here, right? They're counted as people here, right?
Yeah,
The
I suppose.
governor and
Okay, so then you get a +1 for that instead of a -1. So let's see, more people doesn't cost, helped. Okay, so that's +4. Um, in terms of um, the following kind of falls between valuable or dangerous, and your opponent has nothing to gain in the sense that yes, he does have something to gain um, from allying with you and trying to stop the perfected instead of doing what he's doing right now. But at the same time, he also knows that assuming you don't go berserk and kill him after all this is done, that he's probably going to jail. So there's definitely some hesitation on his part. So that's a -1.
uh,
And
and if I
all in.
sense that, I will tell him that I won't kill him if he sides with me,
Okay.
because I
So
won't.
okay. Well, I know before you were pretty like like spraying your pants ready
Well,
to kill him.
I was ready to kill him, but since we're manipulating and the situation has changed,
All right.
I
So
actually thought they sided with the
okay.
perfected. So that's what I
So
thought.
so let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Um. Okay. Well, in that case, you would get a +4 to your manipulation.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's 1, 2. Do you want to push?
Yeah.
All right. So that's 12d6 plus 1ds. Okay, that's another 2. So you got 4.
That's good.
Okay, so now I need to roll his because it is opposed. Um, he got 1, so you do win the tie. Like, well, there isn't a tie. You just straight up annihilate him socially. So, um, okay, so you get 2 stunts. So, what do you want those to be? As a reminder, the 3 of them are your opponent does
Yeah,
what
I
you
got
want.
him.
Okay. So what do you want? What do you want him to do?
I will take the 2 and I'll be nice and just do 1 so I don't have to give him anything because I don't want to give him anything. 1 and 2.
1 and 2. So your opponent does what you want,
And maybe he
and
has some intelligence on the perfected or something that might come in handy. That's what I'm thinking for 2.
he doesn't have any intel on the perfected, but he will, in terms of does more than you ask for. Like if you want, he can, give like an order to all of his troops to stand down.
Maybe that's what he wants, but what I want is for his troops to
Well,
fight to perfect it. I'd rather them
well,
fight to perfect it.
well, that's what I'm saying is that as in like stand down as in stop trying to take over the ship
Okay.
and
Yeah.
concentrate on like he will, you know, he will give the order to his troops on the all across the ship, and they will stand down.
Okay.
So, um, so, so yeah, you successfully stopped the UPP coup, and you actually Gorham, calls out from the hallway that there are a bunch of I don't have all the tokens, but there are a bunch of UPP guys. They have surrender like they were on the bridge, and I mean there were like 15 of them. But they have stood down, and they're exiting the bridge now. So
Okay. I'll message all our friendly troops and let them know that the UP is standing down and they're joining the fight.
okay,
So all of our forces know that.
all right. Um, well, I guess honestly in this case, with between like I wasn't originally planning for it, but I mean I can make it work. I mean now that you basically like because in terms of how many troops were on this ship, like UPP troops, there were 60. Obviously they've
Okay.
taken some casualties, but between the UNSC security, or at least what's left of it, the Royal Marines, Gorham's Marauders, and the UPP, yeah, no, the perfected are absolutely just like exterminated. So,
Okay.
like, the ship eventually just kind of falls silent. There's this awkward silence, and I'll also mention that the hostages are like removed from their restraints and let go. So, uh,
Are, are the engines safe?
yeah, you would the drive module of the Royal Marines, you know, via Captain Snell, they do report that um, the engines have not been tampered with. I mean, the Perfected did send like a strike force down to try to take it, but they were killed.
Okay, great.
And Captain Snell like boasts about it's like the Royal Marines are the best of the best, and don't let the Colonial Marines tell you any different. So,
We'll be sure to believe you, Snell.
okay, well, so the conflict has died out, and um, in the aftermath of the battle, because like basically people are kind of reconvening and coming out of hiding, etc. And Osolinsky, he does eventually like stand down. He disarms. He gets um, taken into custody by the UNSC, but he does give Horgus like a nod as he's taken away.
All right.
So um,
Told you I wouldn't kill you.
so
You're that close. That close. I wanted to shoot your old man face, but I didn't.
yeah, way to be disrespectful. Somebody tried to give you a respectful nod, but saying, "Oh, I wanted to
No,
kill you,
no.
but I didn't."
No, I didn't
Pouring
say
salt in
that.
the
I didn't
wound.
say that in character. I'm saying it as me. I wanted to shoot that dude so bad.
Um,
I didn't get to shoot nothing. I was looking
well,
forward to killing shit.
well, I mean, you had the space battle. I'm going to tell you right now that the way you played things kind of definitely subverted a lot of combat encounters I had planned. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's fine. Um, but so Governor Bantu, he says that um, Oslinsky and his conspirators will be put on trial, like held trial for their actions. Um, but he does say that he understands why Oslinsky did what he did, and he says that um, out of sympathy for the like civilians of the UPP, he'll see about giving a bit extra to them to amend for their suffering as a people. And he says, as for you all, our contract, with all the expeditions handled, the Lich Gate under control and the perfected threat, at least for the time being, wiped out. Our contract is completed, though the caveat is that, especially because I presume you're going to be returning to Earth anyway, you will have to report in to the headquarters of the UN at Earth to receive it. But do me a favor and let them know in advance when you're about to arrive, particularly since you'll appreciate what awaits you more than you realize. And he offers you a hand to shake.
I'll shake his hand and are we talking surprise? What are we flying into?
Well, it's a surprise, a good surprise, but you're going to be paid, but there's going to be more. So
Okay.
he's being straightforward with you. So
Okay.
um so yeah,
I
so
thank him and sorry that Hall had to come to this at the end, but
well,
at least we found some of our people, so that's probably a good thing.
what do you mean?
Some of the people were still alive on some of these outer planets.
Yeah. And he says I'm sure there are more to be found. But especially now that we have, he says, gesturing over to Gorham and then to Snell's, like especially now that we have allies out here that we can rely on to help make contact and also deal with any lingering perfected, then that should only go uphill from there, or like just be go better from there.
Yep.
So he says, wherever you end up, I wish you well, Commander, all of you.
Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you in the future. You might
Yeah,
need our services again.
perhaps. And yeah, and on your way out, you know, Gorham, um, like sort of like smiles, nods, and gives you like a firm sort of like slap on the bicep, and says like, hopefully our paths cross again.
Uh, I would I would bet that it will. They will. I really wanted to stay out here. I gotta go back to
I
Earth
mean,
to
you
get
do
the money.
realize you can always come back here, right?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm gonna do. That's why I said I guarantee it, because I'm gonna go back, get my payment, and come back out here. Because this is
Okay.
gonna be money out here.
um, so, um, yeah, then, and then like I would say like Snell and the Royal Marines are kind of up against the hallways, and they all like kind of salute in sequence as you all walk by.
I'll
Um,
salute him back
so
with respect.
all right. So yeah, so you all head back to your ship. No, before that,
Yep.
are you going to? I'm assuming you will recover your fallen.
Yeah.
Okay. So, um,
The precious working Joes need a grave. So much for Horgus's
At least they,
army.
at least they came with something. They were used for something.
True, true.
I mean, you essentially
Even
turned them
though
into
it,
battle droids, and
even though it was, they died to a D10.
well, I rolled a quote unquote D14 because there were 14 people and 10 of them died. So,
Yeah.
like that's how I did it last time when Bravo Squad was fighting the Praetorian. Is I counted how many people were in the group and then rolled a dice and then just kind of picked who actually died. So, yeah, so you guys
They will
all,
be remembered.
yeah, except for Johnny, because fuck that guy. But, so, so you guys all,
Well, we might as well retrieve his body. It's the least we can do for the dude after we basically dunked on him the entire fucking campaign.
Agnes agrees only
He may have
if
been my rival, but
Annie.
I'm not a heartless person.
Agnes would be up for it only if on his tombstone we could rename him to Tommy.
Tommy.
or Timmy, or something else. Like first you thought his
Mr.
name was
Okay.
Tommy, then it changes to Timmy. Um, okay, so I'm assuming I'm not gonna well, yeah, I'm not going to make you. If you provided you stay in the APC and basically take the same route you did past the corpse of the Empress, you can go and recover the fallen in the Lich Gate if you so choose before you start the trip back home.
Now, can they get that gate working?
Possibly. I mean, they just fucking got here, so I mean, they haven't had time to properly, figure out what to do with it. But I'm assuming you would let them know that there were xenomorphs on board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
they
they
need to
have
make
enough to
sure.
take care of it? Or do we need to clear this out too?
That will be addressed later. Um, for now, Governor Bantu places a quarantine on behalf of the UN on the Lich Gate, though he does say that there may be potential at some point for recovery teams to clear it out, especially if we don't know how many of these xenomorphs are currently in the Lich Gate.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, so yeah, so you guys all pile back in the Avalanos, and um, there's a time skip as you, I mean, not like necessarily years, but with your FTL rating, but you do eventually make it back to Earth after so long. Do you? Um, I'm assuming you radio ahead as requested.
Correct.
So, um, the like basically the UN representative there that you get a hold of, because I didn't think of a name for the guy, but Governor Bontu would give you the name, and that's who you contact. So he says, copy that. I will have your hotel reservations made forthwith. So
Okay.
and he basically will give you, because the UN is headquartered in New York City, and basically you get I mean, I'm not an expert on NYC, but like basically whatever like the fanciest hotel there is, you get like VIP treatment there. Like that's paid, all expenses paid.
Oh, damn,
And
Okay.
this is garbage.
oh no, don't worry, it gets better.
The Waldorf.
What?
The Waldorf.
The
Oh,
Waldorf.
okay, never heard of it. Um, so
Oh,
you
I don't
do,
either.
yeah. So like I'd say like a day or two passes, and you are summoned for a ceremony to receive medals on behalf of the UN. The Secretary General herself is going to be presenting them.
Oh, damn.
So, and also by this point, and then you would have gotten paid once you pocket that 20 mil.
Okay.
But so yeah, I mean, are you going to, actually go to the ceremony? I mean, I wouldn't just assume, but I will still ask.
I plan to go, but I also plan to contact our connection with the FBI and let them know we're back in town,
Okay,
and then meet for dinner so we could give them an update on what we found, what we
all
saw.
right. So, you know, uh, Becker says it's like, oh, I'm so glad to hear you're back. Man, it's been too long. And I'll also call in Shelby because I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you. So
Yep.
so yeah, so you do make it to like outside of your hotel. There's actually a fucking limo waiting for you. Um,
How big
and
of a limo?
big enough to accommodate all the PCs and like well all the people in your alpha team, like aka all the main characters.
Is it a Hummer? A Hummer one? It's
I
got to
don't
be a
know.
Hummer one for me. Got to be a Hummer.
Well, it
Have
isn't.
you ever seen one of them bad boys?
No.
I want to drive in one of them one of these days.
Let me
Go
guess.
to
Run
Vegas.
people
They're
over
all
like
over
It's the
Mike.
fucking
Vegas. They're all over
it's just
Vegas.
the terror truck shows up. You've like
Well, or Mike. Mike's was like, can I drive it?
Agnes,
Nobody ever rid a limo before.
Agnes will just look at the damn limo and say, "This got nothing over on our terror truck."
Hey man, there's all these pedestrians getting them on over now.
Exactly.
So yeah, you do. So basically you're brought through the streets of the city that never sleeps, and yeah, outside there's like a whole fucking like red carpet up to the top of the stairs where you see like some people standing there, and they're like holding well, all but one are holding cases, and there's a crowd gathered. It's outside of the like UN HQ, and there are the flags and everything. And when you get out, people, I mean, you almost fucking lose your hearing for a sec because people cheer like crazy when they see you. And on top of that, I mean, just full disclaimer that I have it like music played in Foundry if you want to hear. There's going to be a band playing you like some triumphant sounding music,
Alrighty.
like return, like welcome home heroes kind of music, and it'll probably make some people laugh if you figure out what it is. So I'll start playing it now. Ow. But yeah, like that's playing, and like people are cheering you on, and you could hear Steel Talons, Steel Talons, Steel Talons. What?
I can't hear
something
him
that
with
a
the
friend of mine
music.
said
Sorry.
40 years ago.
Oh, sorry.
And it's something that a friend of mine said 40 years ago. We were watching a cartoon, and he just observed how heroic the sound of the clarions.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, people like so that music's playing. I mean, 0 points for guessing what it is, but so people are cheering Steel Talons, Steel Talons, Steel Talons, and like applause. You see, so yeah, potentially last roll of the campaign. I want a group observation from whoever has the highest.
Agnes is
Then I-
visibly like uncomfortable. Like, what the hell is this?
And yeah, no, well, the question is, would you have brought Anne?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh no.
Agnes is gonna try to comfort her and calm her down, so she
Yeah, because
doesn't
she
go
like
away.
her teeth are clenched, bared, and she's like wide-eyed and like breathing heavily, trembling, just not
Oh, you're
accustomed to
talking
the.
about the. If she didn't want to go, she didn't have to. I thought you were. I was thinking the scientist. Sorry, I had the
Oh,
wrong name.
Renna, no, Renna's not there.
Why not?
Okay,
And deserves to be in a hotel.
yeah.
Why not?
So, and then Mike's there, and he's looking even more neurotic than Ann. He whispers over to him, "Why there's so many people I could run over that limo."
I have no idea what you just said.
He was saying, "Man, there's so many people I could run over with that limo." Like that's the only thing.
Mike, your
Mike
sister
looks,
wife would have been so proud right now.
what's the expression? He's happier than a pig in shit at how many people he's imagining running over with the limo.
Yeah.
I grabbed Mike by the shoulder and said, "You got the wrong thoughts. Just think, for the next week, you ain't paying for any liquor, and your bed's never going to be cold."
So,
It
but
is
yeah.
as
Anyway,
essential.
so yeah, you're marching up the. So in terms of the observation rule, so the two successes I saw. So two things. So you do see that of the UN flags, there is a new one added, and it's the Steel Talons logo. And
What?
Nice.
also, you do, you pick out certain people in the crowd. You do see Becker and Shelby, who, like, Shelby gives you like finger guns, and Becker gives you a nod and a thumbs up. So, so yeah,
Morgus looks visibly confused when he sees the flag.
you're allies of the UN, or you at least, allied with them. So,
I thought they were only country flags.
well, maybe they made an exception. Either way, it doesn't matter. So,
All right.
so, yeah, you do. Like there's a woman there, blonde hair, blue eyed, woman who is at least in this setting time period, German by the name of Astrid Reisinger, the Secretary General of the UN, and she basically gives like a, I mean, I didn't have it written down, but she gives a speech to everyone present, whole things like on behalf of the UN, on the behalf of the UN and humanity as a whole, we our gratitude is immeasurable, and yada yada yada. And so um, the people waiting behind her, they bring over cases with medals and they present them to you. In the cases, there are notes that, like, handwritten notes that say, "For serving as humanity's sword and shield against a menace to us all."
All right, cool.
So like you have people like putting the medals over your shoulders, like over your necks. Um, and like they're like the press is taking a lot of photos, and then crowd is still giving applause and everything. Um, so, and then the final scene we have is so you guys are also you know taken to an all expenses paid like dinner. I mean, again, insert restaurant here, but paid for by the UN. It's like this big, like they bought out the place. So, are you guys having any downtime or like any chit chat while this is going on?
Um, Martin is just flabbergasted at the opulence of it all.
Um, yeah, same. I'm just like, this is crazy. The amount of wasted money.
Martin worked in the UPP, which is, well,
Poor and starving.
no, I wouldn't say that, but it does. It definitely does not have this level of opulence. And after that, a mercenary where, well, okay, granted, we made quite a bit of money, but I haven't been able to spend it. So to come back to this is like, what in the actual fuck?
Agnes is almost certainly convinced that he probably died to a Praetorian there on the station, and that he's been hallucinating all of this ever
uh,
since. Because this makes no fucking sense to him. He is completely just he's not even flabbergasted. He's just uh, he feels uncomfortable because he was in a prison for years. He hasn't been to Earth, so literally going from zero
Actually,
to
you did go
hero.
back to Earth when I mean, in the aftermath of the prison incident, but
Yeah, but he hasn't really spent any time
fair enough.
and there and hasn't really seen. Um, he hasn't felt like he can enjoy any of those things, and even for this short period to be in Earth civilized society and the upper echelon like that, it's just so strange to him. And so he's probably like trying to uh, at the same time help and get a bit adjusted to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what the
Fuck no,
fuck
she
are all of
needs
these
it.
things. But at the same time, he's doing it also for himself, like trying to convince himself, like, yeah,
The
this is what.
emotional equivalent of huddling together for warmth.
Yeah, because he imagines both of them would be so fucking freaked out at
Yeah, pretty much.
something completely different there.
So, and Evelyn, any thoughts from you?
I'm probably just overwhelmed and like the same page as Martin.
Unbelievable. I
But
tried to give you guys this like grand ending. Everybody's just sitting there like deers in the
well,
headlight.
but besides that, Evelyn is also probably like just getting teary-eyed because it's like, oh man, we did all together and just oh, where do we didn't expect like this big of a like reward for it. Some like just kind of like just the like the dabbing at the eyes with like the handkerchief and
Yeah,
stuff is trying to hold myself together.
yeah. And then,
And,
so if that's
oh, and mine turns around and nods at nods at Evelyn, and he goes, "Buddy."
uh,
Oh,
Buddy.
also, Agnes has been using the opportunity for however long they're staying there to try every type of food imaginable. Because again, he lived on fucking prison food, and yeah,
yeah,
even if he was a mercenary, but on a ship, we have fucking rations and stuff. So he has been trying everything from street food to top tier restaurants, everything everywhere. He's probably overeaten every time and thrown up every night. But it's mixed away for something new,
Oh
and he's
God.
just trying to get with the others to try as many different things as possible.
Yeah.
That's the only
Nice.
thing he can imagine to
So,
have some nice time.
and
Great,
that
he's got
reminds me-
bulimia now.
because that reminds me of a certain character. And speaking of which, Drill Sergeant Horgust, you get your phone rings.
All right, I'll answer it.
So, a familiar, cheerful Latin accent voice says, "Hola, mi amigo. It's me, Dev. Listen, I know you guys just got back and all, but I've got another job for you, if you're interested." And that is
Well-
the adventure continues hook that we end on. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
good. Because Orcus was going to start recruiting already. That
In
was
the
what I was going to
UN.
be doing. Orcus started on
Wanna
his
become
guy. He's
missionary.
like, okay, well,
Horgus fucking flies out of his chair and goes, "Gotta recruit them all."
we
So,
got a lot of red shirts to recruit.
Yeah, we lost a lot
It
of them.
seems
We
like
need to replace.
I
We need
send
to
them
replace
out
them.
and they roll a d10 and half of them don't come back.
We need more. Yeah, we need that buffer zone. We need to replace our gone red shirts. Exactly.
so, yeah, so that
Jesus
is
Christ, guys.
the technical end of Steel Talons.
Nice, nice.
So, few things. Number one, everybody gives yourselves a story point. I mean, as completion
already
bonus, and
maxed
also
out.
for, you know, if when I do other Alien games, then you're off to a good start. Next thing, so as requested, especially now that we've had our finale, like I said, I want everybody to, not right now, but message me about like what your character, like where you see yourself in like 5 years.
Okay, okay.
And then, I mean, as long as it's not like taking like a month to do or something like that. But, and then the third thing is, just as a reminder in terms of, so my plans in terms of GMing is, I still need to wrap up Interstellar Marines, which will probably be like another session or two. And then after that, I'm going to be taking a much needed break, both to kind of plan my next moves, as well as just kind of focus on a lot of other hobbies and goals that I've kind of sidelined in favor of doing this. And then, and I am also going to put out a poll at some point soon about like, for discussion on like the ideas I have for future games and like what people would want to do. So just kind of stay tuned for that. But other than that, here's to finishing what is my longest game. So,
Woo!
Hell yeah, man.
so
This is great.
glad to hear it. So, yeah, if
That
there are
was
any
quite
other
epic.
questions or comments or whatever that you might have, just lay them on me. But if not, I will get going.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much for running. That was a lot of fun.
Glad to hear it.
Even though the system drives me nuts, but the comments and all are fun.
All right. Well, glad to hear it. So, all right, I'm going to get going. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend.